Turning 50 felt like a punch to the gut, not because of the age itself, but because it forced me to confront something I'd been avoiding: my finances. For years, I lived paycheck to paycheck, racking up credit card debt and ignoring my retirement savings. I told myself I had time, that I'd figure it out later. Big mistake. One day, I sat down to actually look at my accounts. The numbers hit me like a ton of bricks. I was in way over my head. Panic set in, followed by a wave of determination. I knew I needed to make a change, and fast. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about my family's future. It was time to get serious. That day, I made a promise to myself. I would take control of my finances, no matter how daunting it seemed. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was determined to turn things around. Little did I know this decision would change my life. Facing my debt was like staring down a monster. It was overwhelming and terrifying, and I didn't know where to start. But just like any monster, I knew I could conquer it by breaking it down into smaller, manageable pieces. I had to take it one step at a time. First up, creating a budget. This was my roadmap to financial freedom. I know, budgeting sounds about as fun as a root canal. But it was essential to get a clear picture of my finances. But trust me, it's a game changer. It gave me control over my money instead of the other way around. I started by tracking my spending for a month, no matter how small. Every coffee, every snack, every little purchase. This helped me identify areas where I could cut back. It was eye-opening to see where my money was really going. Next, I tackled my credit card debt. This was a major hurdle, but I was determined to overcome it. I started with the card with the highest interest rate, paying as much as I could above the minimum payment while making minimum payments on my other cards. It was tough, but necessary. This strategy, known as the debt snowball method, helped me gain momentum and stay motivated. It wasn't always easy. There were days when it felt like I was making no progress at all. There were times when I felt discouraged, tempted to give up and go back to my old ways. But I knew I had to stay strong. But I reminded myself why I started this journey in the first place: to secure a better future for myself and my loved ones. Their support kept me going. Slowly but surely, I started seeing progress. Each small victory was a step closer to my goal. The balances on my credit cards started to shrink, and my credit score began to climb. It felt amazing. I was finally taking control of my financial future. Retirement. It's a word that carries a lot of weight and significance. It seemed like such a distant concept before, something that was far off in the future, something I didn't need to worry about until I was much older. Boy, was I wrong. The years flew by faster than I ever imagined. Once I hit 50, the reality of retirement hit me hard. It was a wake-up call that I couldn't ignore. I realized that time was not on my side and I needed to start catching up. The clock was ticking and I had to act fast. The thought of retiring comfortably seemed impossible, but I knew I had to try. I had to take control of my financial future. I started by researching different retirement savings plans like 401(k)s and IRAs. These plans offered tax advantages and were essential for my strategy. It sounded complicated at first, but I quickly learned the basics. The more I understood, the more confident I became. The key is to contribute as much as you can, as early as you can, to take advantage of compound interest. This magical concept allows your money to grow exponentially over time. I also learned about the importance of diversifying my retirement portfolio. Diversification helps to balance risk and reward. This means spreading your investments across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate to reduce risk. It's a strategy that can protect your savings from market volatility. Retirement planning might seem overwhelming at first, but trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds. With the right information and a solid plan, you can make it work. There are plenty of resources available to help you get started, and even small contributions can make a big difference over time. Start now, and your future self will thank you. Investing. It always seemed like something only wealthy people did, something I could never understand. But you know what? I was wrong again. As I started learning more about building wealth, I realized that investing is a crucial part of growing your money. The good news is you don't need to be a Wall Street whiz to get started. I began by educating myself on the basics of investing. I read books, I watched videos, and I listened to podcasts. I learned about different investment strategies like value investing and growth investing and the importance of diversification. One of the most valuable lessons I learned is to start small and gradually increase your investments as you become more comfortable. I also learned the importance of patience and discipline in investing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Investing can seem intimidating at first, but it's an essential step towards achieving financial freedom. Remember to do your research, start small, and stay patient. Section 5. Protecting what matters. Estate planning and insurance. Estate planning and insurance. Not the most exciting topics, I know. They can seem tedious and even overwhelming at times. But trust me, they're essential for protecting yourself and your loved ones. These measures ensure that your family is safeguarded against uncertainties. I learned this the hard way. The stress and anxiety of not having a plan in place can be overwhelming. For years, I put off creating a will and getting life insurance. I always thought I had more time. I thought these things were only for the wealthy or elderly. It felt like something I could deal with later. However, after talking to a financial advisor, I realized how important these tools are for everyone, regardless of age or income. They provide a safety net that everyone needs. Creating a will allowed me to specify how I wanted my assets to be distributed after my passing. It was a way to ensure my wishes were respected. This gave me peace of mind knowing that my loved ones would be taken care of according to my wishes. It was a huge relief. Life insurance provided financial protection for my family in case something were to happen to me. It was a crucial step in securing their future. It would help cover expenses like mortgage payments, living expenses, and education costs, ensuring that my loved ones would be financially secure. They wouldn't have to worry about their financial stability. Don't wait until it's too late. Procrastination can lead to unnecessary stress and complications. Talk to a financial advisor about estate planning and insurance options that are right for you. They can guide you through the process and help you make informed decisions. It's one of the best gifts you can give yourself and your family. Peace of mind and security are invaluable. Section 6. Money talks. Communicating with your partner. Money. It's one of the leading causes of stress and conflict in relationships. Believe me, I've been there. For years, my partner and I avoided talking about finances. We had different spending habits and financial goals, which often led to arguments. It wasn't until we started communicating openly and honestly about money that we were able to make progress. We started by scheduling regular money dates to discuss our finances. We talked about our individual financial goals, our spending habits, and our concerns. It wasn't always easy, but we learned to listen to each other's perspectives and compromise. We also decided to create a joint budget that reflected our shared financial goals. This helped us stay on track and avoid overspending. Open communication about money is crucial for a healthy relationship. It builds trust, reduces conflict, and helps you achieve your financial goals together. Section 7. Better late than never. Taking charge of my financial future. Taking control of my finances at 50 wasn't easy, but it was the best decision I ever made. It wasn't about becoming a millionaire overnight. It was about taking responsibility for my future and securing my family's financial well-being. The journey taught me valuable lessons about budgeting, managing debt, saving for retirement, and investing. I learned that it's never too late to turn things around and achieve your financial goals. Looking back, I wish I had started sooner, but I'm grateful that I finally took that first step. It wasn't just about the money, it was about gaining peace of mind, knowing that I was in control of my financial destiny. Section 8. You got this. It's time to make a change. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your finances, know that you're not alone. Millions of people are facing similar challenges. The good news is, it's never too late to take control and create a brighter financial future for yourself. Start by taking small steps. Create a budget, track your spending, and identify areas where you can cut back. Tackle your debt one step at a time. Educate yourself about retirement planning and investing, and don't be afraid to ask for help from a financial advisor. Remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps along the road, but with dedication, perseverance, and the right mindset, you can achieve your financial goals. It's time to take charge. You got this.